Good morning everybody, welcome to Vlogmas day 13. Though I have to be honest, it still feels like day 12 to me because I haven't been to sleep yet. When I looked at my watch and saw it was 10 to 4, I thought I may as well give up, I may as well get out of bed and get something done. It's so frustrating, insomnia. I go through bouts of it, and just when I think, oh, I've cracked it, I can sleep again normally, back it comes and I can't sleep and I'm tired and I'm laying there and I do my tables and I count to 100, I count backwards, I count in 2s, I count backwards in 4s and 3s and God knows what, and I just don't get to sleep. And it is the most annoying thing because tiredness, I think, is the worst thing. Yeah, even when I'm managing to sleep normally, I often have a nap in the afternoon because I need extra sleep. I just do. It's just me, and that's something I've had to adapt to. And the other annoying thing about insomnia is the fact that I can do all the Zumba DVDs in the flipping world, walk into the village and back uphill 10 times a day. I will not lose weight if I haven't had a good night's sleep because my body thinks it's under stress and therefore it holds on to everything. And I think that's exacerbated by the fact that I have hypothyroid disease, where if you don't know about it, it's an autoimmune disease where your body thinks it's being attacked when it actually isn't. So it holds on to everything, it slows you down, and this is something, so this is a challenge in itself, feeling tired. Generally speaking, I always feel tired. So when I can't sleep as well, it's just flipping ridiculous and I get so angry with myself, and I think that doesn't help either. I'm laying there getting more and more cross, thinking you have to get to sleep, Helen, or you are just not going to feel as best as you possibly can feel for the rest of the, you know, it doesn't affect just the next day, it affects the day after that and the day after that as well. It's probably down to stress. I don't deal well with stress. I was laying there just now thinking, what's my goals for next year? This has been my goal for the last 2 years, is to learn how to deal with stress, and it's not like I have a stressful job. I probably have the least stressful life anyone could possibly wish for. I am very lucky like that, but for some reason I stress about things that need to be done all the time. I just stress about forgetting what needs to be done. That's one of the main symptoms I suffer with hypothyroidism, is forgetfulness, and it's embarrassing because I forget people's names, I forget where I know people from, and I know that's a classic forgetfulness thing. I know that's something a lot of people say, but it's just, it stresses me out worrying about forgetting. You know, just things like, I have, you know, remembering to order the next load of logs, or just remembering I've got to move the car out of the way to allow space for someone else to get in the driveway. Just, you know, simple little things that just worry me. It just worries me. So yeah, not the best start to the day. Well, not even a start to the day yet really. I'm not quite sure what to do. I think I may as well edit yesterday's video and have that ready and try. I mean, the other thing is, of course, is the fact that I can't really, even if I get up, I'm only limited to being able to do things that I can do quietly. There must be people all around the world wide awake right now, suffering with this lack of being able to sleep and then have to work an ordinary job the next day. So I do appreciate how lucky I am that I'm able to deal with it by having little sleeps the next day and catching up, and a lot of people aren't able to do that sort of thing. So I am very grateful that I am self-employed and I can work around these things. I don't know how people deal with it otherwise. I'm sorry today's vlog has begun with a bit of a downer really. I'm not unhappy, I'm just frustrated because it's gonna mess up the rest of the day and tomorrow probably, and Anyway, I promise that I will cheer up this vlog before the end of the day. Well, I made a total mess of the Christmas lights. I came out last night in the dark to try and get some up, and I made a stupid mistake and managed to get a wire stringing right across the gateway, which I don't know what I was thinking, so I've just had to try and fix that because we've got someone coming down into the basement later today. And I was absolutely covered in ivy seeds, which I did film. Honestly, I was absolutely covered, and I filmed it and realised I didn't press record. Oh dear. YouTubing life is quite difficult, you know. You have to do everything one-handed. Everything takes twice as long because you're filming it all the time. Is that something on my nose? Oh, and I realise I'm talking to the camera with something on my nose. Right, makeup done. I'm now going to take all these curling things out, and I'm running late as per usual. I'll have to put them away properly later. And I'm using the screen as like a mirror. I think I need to go up and do my fringe though. My fringe is, look. I have such fringe problems. It never works. Anyway, I'm feeling much better. I've been mainly sewing today, and I just love creating things, and I know it's probably quite cliche, but it just makes me feel happy when when I'm doing something creative. It makes me feel happy. I'm now off to the choir Christmas get together, and I thought I'd make a bit more of an effort. I'm not quite sure about my hair. Look at, you do get quite unpredictable results with this. Anyway, yeah. Okay, I must dash. Oh, quick shout out to my number 7 Boots under eye concealer. I mean, considering I did get about 2 hours sleep in the day, considering that's all I've had in nearly, since the night before last, I think that's done quite amazingly well. So I'm quite pleased with that product. Isn't that amazing? I'm so late, I don't have time to stop and look. Here we go. From choir. I'm still a little red in the face from 2 glasses of wine and a fair old walk up the hill, but I thought I'd do a quick outfit of the day if you're interested. This is what I've been wearing this evening. The pink jumper I bought from Tesco's. I've got one exactly the same in blue, and because I've been looking for thin lightweight jumpers that will go comfortably under my coats and not make me too hot and sweaty, so I was quite pleased to find this one, and it goes really pretty.
Do you want me to order lightweight jumpers football cut?
No.
All right.
Oh God. That was Alexa, by the way. The skirt I bought in a charity shop in Wells about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it's originally phase 8. I got it for £4, I think. Absolute bargain, and I love it. It's really sort of ballerina-y, and it's a little bit longer at the back than at the front. I wore it with these fold-over boots that we found on Amazon, but they don't exist anymore on there, unfortunately. I walk through the field, so I have to wear fairly sturdy shoes, although these weren't quite as waterproof as I hoped, and I did get slightly damp feet, which is a shame. I kind of liked this. It's a bit different to what I normally wear. I don't know. it sort of feels a bit more grown up in a way. But the skirt did embarrass me twice. Oh dear, it's like, oh, what's the point of doing all your makeup and curling your hair if you then walk into choir with your skirt tucked up around your waist? Oh, I'm hoping not very many people noticed, or that they thought I was making some kind of trendy style statement or something, because I tucked the bottom of the skirt into the waistband so it didn't get wet walking through the field on my way there, and I just totally forgot to take my coat off. And then I'm standing there and I'm halfway through a song, standing quite near the front of everybody, and I realise, oh shit, I've got my skirt tucked in. Luckily I've got quite sturdy black leggings on underneath. And then again I went to the pub afterwards, I went to the loo straight away, and didn't realise that the lining of the skirt had got tucked up right up round the waistband. And so I'm standing there with all great bulky bits around my waist, and the skirt completely see-through. Again, thank God I was wearing sturdy leggings underneath. So it wasn't the most successful evening fashion-wise, but it was a lovely evening social-wise. It was really nice to actually chat to people, because obviously at choir we're singing most of the time, and I usually get there late. I really try, but I never manage it. I just have too many things on my list, and I try and finish it before I go off and do anything in the evenings, and I don't manage to finish the list most days, but I still try and do as much as I possibly can. That is the downside of being self-employed. Oh, and the necklace was a Christmas present from Chris about 3 years ago, I think, and it was bought from Bath Christmas Market, and the same silversmith jeweller was there again this year. So if you're at Bath Christmas Market next year and you like this sort of style, then keep a lookout for him. So I did want to say, as there's not been a lot going on in today's vlog, I did want to say a bit about choir. If you enjoy singing, I really would recommend you finding out if there's a community choir that you'd like to join, because I was in a choir from the age of about 9 to 12 and I really enjoyed it. I know it's a bit of a weird one, but I think if you like singing, then singing in a group of people is even better. So it's perhaps not your first thought of what you might want to do in your evenings, but it's an idea to think about. Right, well, it's now 11:10. As you can imagine, I am very tired. Now I just really want to get into my pyjamas and into bed and off to sleep. So I shall say good night. Bye bye.